I think it's something about middle-class respectability, and Robert Wuthnow has written very well about this, which is that somehow actually to be in a middle class is to be worthy of others' respect and to be worthy of your own respect. He talks about respectability, and then sometimes what that's done is used to define against other groups who are somehow not worthy of respect. And so that's when I think you get into ideas of aspiration, of what your goals are and so on. It's obviously much more subjective. And I think that actually one of the problems we've got in the US is not just a growing economic class gap, but in some ways a growing respect gap across classes too. Who is worthy of respect? And I think that will get us into conversations about race and class. But I do sort of thinking that actually there are values like respect, which underpin, I think, a lot of these kind of economic ones too. And so while we're investigating, as we should, the economic gaps, I also want us to think about some of those respect gaps too. And when a presidential candidate is caught saying something like deplorables to define a group, not to get political about it, and it was taken out of context and so on, the reason why that just resonates is because it speaks of a sort of disrespect. And I think that's now being repaid, by the way. I think it's quite a lot of disrespect, and Heather and Joan's work shows this, from those who might see themselves middle class for those at the top and vice versa. And so I think we need to kind of heal some of those respect gaps if we're to have any hope of healing and reducing some of the economic gaps.